Just going to do the T300 RS wheel to wire up to the base for the handbrake, just in case anybody, that's all they're going to use is this wheel. I need to do it for myself, so I'm just going to do it on video just to show everybody. Same tools as all the other videos: Phillips screwdriver, some type of wire strippers. You'll need about a foot of wire for this. Needle nose pliers, possibly some cutters, 2 crimps, unless you mess one up. Obviously, you might want more than just 2. And then the 2 longer screws. From the other videos, you should still have 2 if you got 4, but these 2 longer ones. And then you need the 2.5 metric Allen wrench, Flux, some type of a soldering pin, and you want flux core solder. To get started with this, you're going to pull apart. This is a little bit different from the other wheels. You have 1, 2, and 3 to be longer fine thread, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are going to be coarse or shorter threads. So take those all out, and then we'll work on the rest from there. You know what? Actually, let's do the front first. This one's a little different. So let's do the Allen wrenches first. Just remove all 6 of those. Okay, now I got all 6 of those out just to show you. There's 2 different sizes, 3 of each. When you look in the wheel here, you can see that there is some that the threads are closer to the top of the steering wheel, and then the other ones that are deeper inside. If you can't see it on video, you'll see when you pull it apart. But anyways, just so you know, make sure they go back in the same spot. They will actually only go in one way. Okay, so now to take the rest of this apart, take this one, and the same on the other side off, the longer fine thread ones first. That way the steering wheel will separate from the back. Alright, hold the steering wheel because the buttons will fall out. Flip it over. Just a screw. Flip it over and then pull the steering wheel away from the base. And the back, I'm sorry, not the base. And then just put your steering wheel off this side. And of course, you got the 3 longer ones that we just removed. And then the fine thread longer ones. You'll notice the difference. I'll show you the short, coarser ones. Remove the spring, it just goes in this little pocket right here. It's the pull. Put it off the side so you don't lose it. You need that. Careful here because buttons will fall off. Flip it back over. And remove the Phillips. Remove the other 4 around the other part there. Alright. Flip it over and let those 4 fall out. Just to show you the difference between the 3. But take pictures if you need to help you remember where they go. Flip it back over. And then it should separate. This is, like I said, a little bit different than the Thrustmaster GT wheels. There's just a plug on the back here that we're going to take off. Just pull it out. Okay. And for now we don't need this piece, so we should put it over. That's where the board's at. We'll have to solder on that in a second. Same thing with the other wheels. We're going to remove the 2 screws in here to hold this on, and then use longer ones. Alright, take these guys out. Screws off the side. Don't really need those right now. We're going to take those longer ones, just to show you the difference again. These are the 2 different ones. We're going to use the longer ones instead of those. And you can go ahead and put those right back in. Okay, once those are in, just to show you guys, the screws stick out. They're not flush with those little tips anymore, the plastic tips from the back side of the plug. They are sticking through maybe a 1/4 inch or so. You can see or not. Same as the other wheel. Alright. So now we're going to push this off this side. Come back over to this. Flip it over because we got to take the board out. There's two screws that hold the board in. One here and one there. Phillips. Just remove those. Alright, got those two screws out. Just lift straight up on it so the buttons stay in place. And then just kind of push it out of the way. You'll lose your buttons. Now with this board, it's not going to be the far outside one like we did with the other board. Or actually, because on PlayStation, actually with Xbox too, it's A on Xbox, and we're using X for PlayStation. Just grab this piece again here and show you. Trying not to lose my buttons here. You flip this over. This is actually what activates your handbrake. Well, I guess you could set it up that way, but this is how I always set it up. This is A, obviously, on Xbox, and that's what your handbrake is on Forza. So on the GT wheel that we did already, that's actually what A is what we soldered to. I'm going to, I believe this is the handbrake for Gran Turismo. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to set this up for, is Gran Turismo. So I'm going to do this X as my handbrake, I think. I'm going to look it up here in a second to see what it is, and then I'll solder on. But whatever button you want your handbrake to be, or whatever the handbrake is, that's the one you need to solder on. So when you flip it over, just remember which one it is. Pull this out. Out of these, obviously, this is going to be X. So the bottom one's what I'm going to solder to. And remember, there's two little points that you need to solder to, one on each side. Don't get solder on any of the other contact points. If you can see that. Same as the other wheel. Different location what I'm doing now. So I'm gonna solder to this one here in a second. And I'll be back. Just went back through the manual on Gran Turismo. It doesn't list the button for the handbrake, but you can change up the order in which everything works. So I am just gonna stick with X and try to keep it the same as how Forza is, because that's what I'm really actually used to. So I'll change it up that way, but I'm just going to solder to the X right now on those 2 points, and then I'll speed that up really quick. Remember to use your flux on your wire and a little bit on the board. It helps to solder it together. Also remember here, we're not stripping very much wire because you don't want that much hanging around, so makes it easier to solder to the board when there's just a little bit of wire. Keeps it more safe, to put it that way. So just a little bit. And I just dip both ends of the wire in there, into the solder, or the flux, I'm sorry. And then you can take the wire, if you get a bunch on the wire, you can actually just kind of on each end. That should do it. Solder this together now. Oh, before I forget, it's actually easier when you actually pre-solder all the wires. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to pre-solder these really fast, just to make it easier. So when the solder is already on here, on the ends of the wire, you just use that and go straight to the board. Just kind of put a little bit of wire on there, or solder on there, just pre-soldered it. Do the other side. Just like that. That should be enough solder to go to the board. Remember, there's no wrong or right way. These wires can be switched, flipped, doesn't matter. Okay. So, got those on there, not touching any other points, other than the little tabs that stick off of those. Okay. Put it back together here. On the back side so it kind of lays down. Hold it and see if that button pushes. It pushes a little bit, but you may have to trim that button up a little bit. more. I might be able to reroute the wire a little bit here. Actually route, pull the wire down so it goes around some of these buttons, so it's more of a straight shot on that. That makes that button work better. And also bound up. Trying to make room for that button so it pushes a little bit better. And just remember, these screws are what holds the board on. Seems good. Now basically to get this routed to this piece now we got to do what we did before and crimp these wire connectors and thread it onto those screws like we did before. Remember, need to trim the extra plastic all the way around so you get all the way down to that metal insert piece. So just trim all the extra plastic on both your connectors down to the metal piece like that. So this is what it looks like originally. So just trim that all the way down so it's flush on both connectors. Alright, got both connectors trimmed down all the way. Lower, flush. I want to say we should just crimp them to it now. Crimp on there, make sure they're not going anywhere. I'm using way too much wire here, so I may have to trim it back up and get new connectors. I don't know, we'll see here. Might be able just to kind of spin it up. So right now we're just going to thread them onto the screws. And you might be able to pin it on the actual screw itself. It may spin. I might be able to hold it on there like we did the other one. Felt like it bottomed out pretty good though. We're just gonna, basically I'm going to spin it backwards a couple times. The wire doesn't get all tangled up inside. And then thread it on. Alright, those are pretty snug tight on there. Don't have to be super tight. And we'll just put it back together. Make sure you put that plug back on. This guy here, make sure it snaps in. Just kind of push it. Like I said, my wire's a little long, so I'm just going to kind of push it down. Hopefully it gets out of the way of all the screws and everything. You know what? You can pull out the back side like that. Like that. Get it level flat, and then kind of just push the wires in there, wherever they'll go in there, and lay down at. It'll make it easier. Get the steering wheel. Okay guys, before you put the wheel back on, because I had to pull back apart, don't forget the spring goes in this little hole right here. Right there. And then put the wheel back on. short and a longer one. Do the longer ones first, that's what holds it back to it, and the other ones with the threads that start deeper into there, you can look in and see them. It's usually it's the bottom one, and then the two left and right upper ones. Okay, those are done. Flip it back over. 3 longer fine thread ones, one on the bottom, one, and then the 2 through the paddle on the left and right side. Okay, got those 3 in, and now you got the 4 shorter coarse ones that go on each corner here. Alright, that's it for the wheel. It's all ready to go onto the base. If you've already followed part 2 of how to do the handbrake mod, this should just go right on there and should work. If not, go back through and make sure that everything's tight through the screws and everything. Besides that, that's it, guys. And I will have another video. The part 3 will be coming up soon here for the handbrake itself, and I will be using this wheel on the base that we did just to show that it works and everything. Thanks, guys, and stay tuned for that. Alright, guys, so got the base all up there. I got drive club in there right now. I had the wheel on there right there just to test it out, and I'm gonna actually have to, the screws that we put in that's got the wires on it, this one and this one over here, I'm gonna actually have to take my Phillips and just kind of pull them out just a little bit, just loosen them up, because they're not making contact with the wheel. That's the adjustment that you're gonna have to do, and it's just something that you'll have to play with until you get it right. I don't know how much I'll have to do to get it to come out or what. May have to put something in there to make better contact, like tinfoil or something, but it's just trial and error just to show you guys what I'm doing. Alright, guys, so here's the base that we wired up, and I just did that wheel. I'm just going to show you it all works. I had to adjust those screws in the back a little bit, just pulled them out. You almost want to make the head stick up just above the plug, a little plastic piece anyways. So anyways, show you that X still works. It's just drive club that's in here. Just going to go through and do it. I suck at this game, hardly played it, so X, just showing you that's working. Show you again, see if I can get a video of both. Kind of, I guess. Anyways, let's just gonna show you really quick here that the handbrake actually works. Gonna do it with one hand, so my tripod broke on me for my GoPro, so we're gonna be using my phone. Sure, just play. That works. Okay, I'm just going to show you the button first. That the button still works as a handbrake. You can hear the tire screech, hopefully. Anyways, let's do the handbrake. So the handbrake's working. It's hard to do this with one hand, so. Alright, hopefully that'll work. Okay. Just to show you, handbrake does work. Track is short. Let's restart it real quick. Alright. anyways, it works. So to show you, just gotta do the fine adjustments on the screw on the wheel so it'll make contact, and it works perfect. No problems whatsoever. Anyways, that's it for this video as far as this wheel, building this wheel. Look for part 3, showing you how the handbrake actually works, and how I kind of put it together. It's going to be different for everybody's rig, so nobody's probably going to have my wheel stand, so if so, awesome, but probably not. So anyways, look for part 3. Thanks, guys.